We all know that when it comes to control, that Shangri-La is to get those call controls and the room environment controls in the same place. Now, historically, we have done this via a second page experience that lives on the UC Compute control device, which has been a great solution so far. But given that most of the tools that are being governed in that room are really handled in the AV room environment by Q-SYS, it seems to make sense that you would want to put those call controls onto a native Q-SYS controller. Well, I am happy to announce that we have achieved certification with Zoom on the TSC-101-G3 as a certified Zoom room controller.
So what does this mean for you, and how is it being accomplished? Well, this is being accomplished with something new that's called Q-SYS Connect. It's not actually terribly intimidating. It's simpler than it may sound. Q-SYS Connect is an additional application that will be installed on the UC Compute that essentially tells that compute, hey, I've got a controller for you, and it's over here, and it's on the Q-SYS side of things, rather than using the native Zoom controller. And under the hood, it's about as simple as that. Now, that means that we are now taking the Zoom controls and placing them back in our environment. You may be thinking to yourself, well, what's the big deal there? Why do I care if I'm hosting the Zoom controls here on the Q-SYS side, or if I'm taking the Q-SYS controls and hosting it on the Zoom side? What's the big difference? I'm an end user, I don't really care. Well, one of the things that this will do for you is when you consider divisible rooms. Divisible rooms are something that, we've done for a long time in Q-SYS, and it essentially means that when you've got an air wall that retracts between two spaces, you have audio that you now need to combine between those rooms. You've got video distribution. You're going to synchronize between the rooms. There's controls in those rooms, lighting, all of the things between those two rooms now need to be controlled from a single point rather than, I'm going to control half the room here and half the room over there. That's very easy to do with Q-SYS, but when you were doing dedicated conference room situations on both sides, that was not something easy to share, because now one half of the room is still running its dedicated Zoom room application and the other half is doing something else. Well, once we bring that UCI back into our environments, that means that we can share that appropriately to the two touchscreens as well. So the touchscreens are actually controlling the same meeting space. So one of the nice things about this Q-SYS Connect is it really does solve that problem with divisible spaces.
I generally avoid Reddit like the plague. This is something that has been talked about for years on Reddit. So I'm going on Reddit today.
Oh, you shouldn't. That's just a bad choice. You're going to find so many things about yourself.
Oh, jeez. All right. We had the pleasure of actually talking with somebody from Zoom who came personally to deliver the news about our certification. Couldn't be here today, so we ran and grabbed a camera and had a quick little interview with an executive from Zoom by the name of John Stearns. He's the global head of Zoom Spaces, and our friend Jeff Fox, our senior product marketing manager for UC Collaboration, had a quick chat with him about Connect and the future of our platforms. Take a look.
All right, I'm Jeff Fox with Q-SYS, and today I have the incredible opportunity to sit with my old friend and partner in crime here, John Stearns from Zoom.
Thank you for having me.
Let's talk about that partnership. What does it mean to Zoom to be working with us?
Yeah, it's an incredible partnership, and it's not one that's brand new, as you know. We've been working together for years, and what I think is really special about it is the fact that we are certifying our products on both sides. When customers see the certification label for both Zoom and Q-SYS, that gives them the confidence to deploy solutions that they know have been vetted out and have been tested, and that peace of mind is great for them.
What is it that customers are looking for in that certification? What is it that matters to them?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it's the trust and confidence for sure. And customers look to us, both on the Zoom side and the Q-SYS side, to look into flex spaces. And when we start looking at those types of spaces, I mean, they have to be adaptive and evolve. So bigger spaces need to be able to be transformed into smaller meeting rooms, and classrooms, might need to switch between lecture mode and more of a group setting. And then we look at, boardrooms, they need to be able to handle any use case, from typical team meetings to, those big presentations. And so, when they look to us, the ability to deliver those joint solutions is incredibly important to them because these are those high impact spaces that are very visible and very strategic for them.
With this certification, it is going to open up a lot of new doors for different types of meeting spaces. What does that do for Zoom and customers?
Yeah, first of all, I love it. Super excited about it. Major milestone. And I think this gives our customers, the confidence that they can, deliver what they need for now, expand into those spaces they may have been putting off, and, set themselves up for success into the future. This is giving that confidence, not only meeting the needs of today, but giving them the opportunity to grow as we both evolve. Our ability together to deliver high quality audio and video is obviously paramount. But when we start to take a look into what we're doing with AI, that's also really important as well. And that requires high quality audio and video and some capabilities like our smart name tags and attribute that in those post-meeting assets.
John, thanks so much for coming to the studio here and working with us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Always a pleasure to see you, Jeff.
Absolutely. And if you'd like to know more about Q-SYS and Zoom, please go to qsys.com/Zoom.